Hey, good evening. Welcome aboard to Cities and Suburbs. Kenny B here with you. It is the 22nd of July. Welcome aboard. Quick video for you. Thank you to my friend Johnny E at Torn Sage Studios for the wonderful intro music. Thanks, John. And so, hey guys, how you doing? It is the 22nd of July. It's been a hot one. It's been a rainy one. How you guys doing? The rain has benefited some and done harm to many. Would you say, particularly to farmers? I mean, our farming community is almost, you couldn't say it so much, on a planet that's 80% water. I know, not too scientific, but a lot of water. And when you say you have too much rain, well, kind of contradictory to what the planet is, but nonetheless, it's sometimes too much for certain crops. And I heard that the governor of Massachusetts is putting in some kind of aid to the farmers in West Massachusetts because of the loss of washed away crops, and too much water, too much all at once. But let's see what the winter brings. I mean, last winter there was no snow, there was no March runoff, but this year it seems tropical here in New England. And we're hearing a lot about global warming and what is global warming, what is a greenhouse effect, what is keeping the temperatures the way they are, and the Gulf Stream the way it is, the flow of the ocean, too much fresh water mixed in with the salt water can shift, the way the current goes, along with that affecting the atmosphere. All that is out there. It's all out there. So talk about it, discuss it, and I'm not saying that the sky is falling, believe me, but it is unusually warm this year. So gas prices, my average gas price here, all right, Kenny B, Cities and Suburbs, average gas price, what I see is roughly about $3.55 a gallon. Now that depends on where you go. Now today, to my peeps in Southbridge, that was at 3.44 and 9/10, so 3.35. I saw it as a little past that, lower than that at 3.31. But give or take, whatever you're putting in your car, if you're filling up, it's still a gosh dang expensive ride. So a couple of things just really quick I want to touch on. Your Amazon drivers delivering your beautiful packages to your door, which by the way, they screw up all the time, because I just had to bring a package over to my neighbor, and that was dropped off to me. It doesn't happen a lot, but I heard the other day on a talk radio station that I listen to quite frequently about a caller called in and talked about the Amazon drivers, particularly the Amazon drivers, not FedEx, I've seen UPS do this a few times, but driving from stop to stop with their doors open, okay? So their back doors open. And tonight, where I live, which is in a condominium complex, of course it's the same couple of drivers, so they know their route. But after they dropped off a product, the package to the door, they drove out and their back door was open, the two-wheelers there, a dolly, whatever you want to call it, difference between a dolly and a two-wheeler, but it's not a warehousing show, but anyway, a two-wheeler is a truck with two wheels. You put your packages on, you see the guys delivering tomatoes on. Door is wide open, and I was hearing the other day that Amazon drivers are doing this more and more frequently, and that's because it's easier and it shaves seconds off. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it shaves seconds off from stop to top, opening this, opening that. Okay, we get it, you know, and we get that the Amazon corporate leaders, if you will, they're bean counters. They say, well, you know, what if the drivers left their doors open? I'm not saying that's what is happening. But what if the drivers left their doors open between stops every 15 feet, every kind of like a school bus drives you crazy, but every 15, 20, 100 yards or whatever, they have to open their door again. And what if it shaves time and helps us be a little bit more productive on the delivery end? Now, I'm not saying Amazon is instructing drivers to do this, and I encourage you to watch out for this. Or has it become a culture with the drivers, which is to say, in Massachusetts, general law, no person shall open a door on a motor vehicle unless it's reasonably safe to do so without interfering with the movement of other traffic, including bicyclists and pedestrians. Whoever violates this preceding sentence shall be punished by a fine of $100. Now, basically what it's saying is when you're traveling, you can't open up a friggin' door. Okay? I researched this before, and I'm teasing here, but to me it doesn't make good sense for a company to have the drivers independently make that decision to do that, or it being endorsed by the company that the drivers work for. Okay? At the end of the day, Amazon, okay, sorry, you know, they're bean counters. They're saying, hey, you know, what are we going to lose by doing this? You know, well, safety, man. I mean, this guy driving around with his door open, meaning he's not closing it in between shifts. Anybody could crawl in there, right? Anybody could rob them, depending on where you are. Now, if you're in Worcester or Boston or New York City, you better close that door, okay? But in these rural parts, I'm just seeing more and more of it. And oh my God, the city council the other night, so the crisis pregnancy centers throughout the state, and particularly in Worcester, under fire. They're false advertising. The city council of Worcester was very contentious, particularly with city manager Eric Batista, that he should have brought forth to the council an ordinance so the council could have voted on whether it was going to pass an ordinance against these crisis pregnancy centers, that they are falsely advertising their product, meaning that they are, you know, promoting abortion services and things like that, which is far from the least. They lure you in and basically falsely lure you in and say, hey, you know, we have your abortion solution, and there's no Planned Parenthood they at all. There's no really medical people there at all. And this is from mass.gov. Avoid crisis pregnancy centers. While CPCs may appear to be reproductive healthcare clinics, they do not provide comprehensive reproductive health care services or counseling. This was huge the other night. And there have been several cities and towns that have gotten sued for passing ordinances against those claims. Okay? The city of Worcester over the last 3 to 5 years has been sued for many different articles, and for the tune of about $14 million. And city manager chose not to bring this forward. He met individually with city councilors, said he is not going to bring this forward as an ordinance for the council to kind of kick around on, because he could smell lawsuit and being sued all over it. Now, was he being timid? Who knows? you know, but you have to have all the facts. So I'm gonna play you a quick clip between Councilor Nugent and City Manager Batista. And this, I could not believe what I heard. So let me see if I can clue you guys in on this, but it was a very contentious city council meeting. Lasted 4 hours and 59 minutes, and when it was 5 hours long, this past Tuesday, which was the 18th. So here we go.
Our monthly meetings, and that's the decision, again, that I made based on the legal liability that this ordinance would put the city in.
Through the chair to the city manager, why did you lie to me for the whole entire year when you said something was ready for?
So that was a point of order right there. Why did you lie to me? Councilor Nugent, who is actually wearing a "Everybody Loves Someone Who Has Had an Abortion," you have to, you can, actually I'll post a link below because you have to watch, at least you can edit it, you rewind it. All the Worcester City Council meetings are live and on demand, if you will. And I'm on demand, but I did watch it the other night. I was uncomfortable sitting here in my office at home. It is false advertising. Yes, and they were talking about different cities like Cambridge and, you know, and some that have made an ordinance to ban that practice and that speech. What happens is when you ban that speech, you're opening up yourself to a potential Supreme Court nightmare. Batista had said, City Manager Eric Batista had said, I'm not ready to go there yet until I have the information. However, the information is there. They are not, the mass.gov says it, let's go to mass.gov, you know. So working out the legalities of being able to redirect, you know, and there were several businesses that spoke before this item was put into play, which was into the third hour of the city council meeting. But there were several businesses that you know, a gentleman that owns his own computer company said, you know, if I said I did this and not do this, I could be sued under the, you know, false advertising laws of Massachusetts. But these crisis pregnancy centers, which say we help you with this and that, and it's not that at all. They're trying to have you not have an abortion or get the proper care that you need, prenatal.
In September.
Excuse me, what was that?
I could repeat it. Through the chair to the city manager, why did you lie to me for a whole year when you
That's
said
just out of
something was
order.
ready in September?
Penny
That's out
says you're out of
He
order.
did not lie. He went over this.
Factually, he told me it was ready in September.
Yeah.
To the chair to the council, I did not lie to you at any moment in time during our conversations, and that's to be clear. That's to be clear. I did not lie to you. We were working on putting a report together, and many of those times, draft information, draft a concern of what we thought we were going to put together, and I held it back. There's many times that we worked on something, even to recently, we were working on something to put it for this calendar. And
I still feel this in rewind as I did last Tuesday.
I held it back. Again, I have not lied to you, and I'm being clear. I have not lied to you.
So that's how it was. The city manager meets individually with councilors. He made it clear he was not going to bring this forward as an item to be voted on, essentially. And he's going to sit on it. And maybe he took the low road to take the high road. Who knows? But that was very contentious, you guys. And I'll tell you what, I'll share the link down below. But just on average, that's where Worcester is. You know, it has outside of Polo Park different issues, believe me. Anyway, Kenny B here, signing out from Cities and Suburbs. Enjoy the link. I'll share the link down below. And hope you guys are doing well. Tune in out here. We'll see you on the next video. Kenny B here, signing out. Take care.